If the proposed plan passes, homeowners will have to collect their own glass jars and come here to recycle them. Christina Jung in Burnaby for BCIT Magazine. As you can see behind me is Nanji's backyard, and right next to her backyard fence is where the Cape Horn construction takes place. Starting at 10 o'clock in the evening, construction trucks roll over this area, which Nanji says causes unbearable noises and shakes to her home. Welcome to this week's Hot Button. Last week we chatted about tanning. They do cost about $1,000 a year, whereas cats only cost $800. Connect with us through Facebook or Twitter and we'll share your comments on the next Hot Button.
I've always been about recognizing that the Earth is our home and there is no planet B.
Christina's taking recycling to a whole new level. By collecting unwanted or used materials, Christina is able to convert waste into new products.
I do it to be conscious of the earth and waste, because when you go to thrift stores and garage sales and found objects is what they're called when they're, people are leaving them out for the garbage, because that's truly recycling.
Christina combined her creativity along with her passion for the environment and started her own upcycling business, Middle Ground.
I collect all winter, and then I get my stash and I lay it all out, and then I just start combining them in artistic ways, and they become products.
In an effort to be environmentally friendly, Christina makes a point to never buy or use new materials.
Things I make are made out of recycled fence and recycled barn boards that would end up in the dump. So I just think that's so cool. And it has a really nice patina that you don't get if I went and bought it retail. The things that I find have character and history that just isn't in a shiny new object.
Which was something her husband didn't quite understand. However, he quickly caught on.
In the beginning, I wasn't really sure what she was doing with it, and I just say, hey, what's all this stuff for? And when I start to see what she does with things, I can certainly see where other people would be into that type of thing.
Although Devin can't see immediately the beauty of, let's say, a rustic cake pan, he does, however, support Christina's creative spirit in whatever way he can.
Well, I'm tired and so weary, but I must go alone till the Lord comes and calls me away. My wife and I went to a karaoke lounge here in Chilliwack, and believe it or not, I was quite impressed by the singers. And anybody that would get up and sing karaoke would portray a crooner. And my wife had basically dared me to get up and sing. And at the very least, I'd make a fool of myself. I picked a song called Can't Help Falling in Love with You. Wise men say only fools rush in. One guy walked in one day and said, Elvis is here. And I looked around the room. And he says, no, you. He says, you got all the costumes and stuff? Because you have a great voice. I said, oh, no, I'm just here. And he says, what a waste. You should do it. First, I thought it was comical, and then I realized it was a profession, and I took a chance. Don't step on my pink suede shoes.
It all started here at the Chilliwack Community Correctional Center 9 years ago. The center's residents and volunteers came together to form the Bowls of Hope Society, an organization dedicated to giving back to the community.
We decided we'd go and talk to one of our neighboring schools, which was Robertson. And Robertson let us know that they had a number of children that were going hungry to school every day. We thought we'd be feeding maybe 3 or 4 kids, and very quickly we found out we were feeding 25.
And this is where the cooking happens. Every day this kitchen is filled with smells of hearty soups made with only the freshest ingredients. Volunteers devote their time to carefully create healthy lunches for underprivileged students.
That's very good. If you can imagine, I don't know if you've ever gone for a whole day without eating, it's pretty bad. And some of these children go for longer than 1 day without eating. So, you know, it just makes a big difference, a huge difference when you see the children. And it's, to me, that's the most important thing.
Chef Rich makes sure every student receives the same amount of nutrients by carefully stirring the soup before pouring it into the container.
It's just a matter of filling these up